Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be talking about skin tones and more specifically custom content skin tones, because as we know, The Sims 4 has not delivered when it has come to skin tones, especially the darker skin tones. And even though we're supposed to be getting a new set of them coming this fall, I don't know if they're gonna be good or how many we're even getting, and hopefully all of the ones that we have right now are gonna be fixed and looking great. But till that day comes, I have installed even more skin tones. I've been using Mira's Melanin Pack for a while now, and recently, about a week ago, I discovered a new big set of skin tones that varies in like cool, neutral, and warm shades, and I thought it was amazing. Now, I also wanted to share other skin tones that I have either been using or have found, and also mods. Now, a few years ago, I made a sim who had a darker skin tone, and I remember that when I was looking at her up close, and I believe at this point, I can't remember if I was using reshade or not, but I did notice a weird splotch in her forehead, and I was like, what is going on? I thought it was my game bugging out or something, and I wasn't sure until I discovered that it was an actual issue because I came across a mod that fixes that. So this mod, made by Escaping Pot Plant, did an override of the darker skin tone. So you can see here that there is like kind of a splotch right there. Now this also means that the darker skin tones, if you guys have never noticed, have like red palms. Now this mod, I believe, didn't fix that, but it did fix the weird splotches on the face. I used to use reshade to help the skin tones, which would actually make them a lot warmer, so they didn't look very like ashy, if that makes sense, because as we all know, the EA skin tones are just trash. Let's be real, let's be honest. Then we have, of course, Mira's Melanin Pack, which I'm sure most of you have either heard about or use yourself. I believe there's two versions of the Melanin Pack. This is the one that I have in my game, and it just sucks to see that a simmer had to make custom content in order to represent themselves in a game that's a life simulation, and I feel like I'll never get that through my head that it has taken 6 years for them to be able to add skin tones. Again, I'm still worried about this fall and seeing what we actually get for skin tones. I don't know whether we'll still be upset or what, and I feel like if they don't do it right this time, then I don't even know if there's hope anymore. But I really hope that they're gonna take the time and actually make them right. So now we're gonna move on to the other set of skin tones that I have, which is a lot of them. And also it makes me really happy that they're arranged so nicely in the skin tone section. So this is the Bare Skin Tone Pack by, I believe it's Matisse. I'm hoping I'm saying their name right, but they have a range of cool, warm, and neutral tones, which I think is amazing. So they have like a whole thing laid out. I'm also gonna be putting all the links down in the description if you guys want to go ahead and download them. Oh, I forgot one. There's also olive tones, and then they have a whole thing of like what they look like and everything. And I have to say, when I saw these skin tones for the first time, I got so happy. I completely forgot to show Mira's. Now this is with reshade. If I take it off, it looks a little bit better and more natural, because the reshade that I have adds a little bit more red tones. With the Bare Skin Tone Pack, we have, again, the shades. I'll also show it without reshade so you guys can get a better gist of like what this will look like in your game. But I think they're so beautiful. I absolutely am in love with this pack, I'm not gonna lie. The amount that you have here is what The Sims 4 should have. Better yet, I feel like a skin tone slider or a color wheel, I think would have just been perfect, because then you can just pick whatever the heck you want, you know what I mean? You don't have to worry about swatches, and then you can just make yourself or whoever the heck you want, than relying on a game that is dependent on swatches. I'll also go ahead and show some of the lighter tones as well. So these are some of them. Now the next thing I wanted to bring up was the Skin Colors Fixer mod. So with this one, it fixes the default skin colors and makes them look better. Not to mention also fixes the palms of the Sims. If you guys have never noticed, on darker tones, these Sims would have, again, red splotches and their palms would get really red. Now the household that I mentioned earlier that I made, I had a screenshot where I edited it and I upped the saturation for it and vibrancy and stuff just for editing purposes, And the hands, you can see how red they were. I remember I wasn't sure what was going on, not to mention you can see the red that is really underlying on this skin, especially in editing. And it's so crazy to me that this is how the skins came out. Of course, the actual in-game color is a lot less vibrant and saturated, and they also have done a blush fixer as well for the Sims, so they actually look good, because as we know, the in-game makeup doesn't flatter darker tones either, which is another problem. I also found out yesterday that they've also done a skin tone overhaul. Now this is something that isn't going to be released to the public until September 30th, but they have an early release that you guys can go ahead and take a look at. So I believe what this is an overhaul of the other skin tones that they've done. So they also have that's coming out. And I have two other people that have put out skin tones. So the first one, Peacemaker. Now in my game, I'm unsure of whose skin tones are whose because I have so many of them. It makes me a lot happier to see this rather than having I don't even know how many swatches we have in default. I mean, in base game. Like, is it like 20 or something? I honestly have no idea. But I'm telling you, download them. So we have Peacemakers, the other side. They added 10 new skin tones for dark and light complexions. So there's that one. And then we have Pixidus, who this one includes supernatural skin tones as well. These are the skin tone swatches that gives you a general idea of what you'd get with this pack. I do also have all these colorful ones too. If I can find the link to these swatches, I couldn't find it in my skins folder, but if I do find them, I'll link it down in the description if anybody asks about him. But I think that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I just wanted to go ahead and share all these skin tones because, again, I've gotten questions a lot about the skin tones that I use, which is, you know, has been the Melanin Pack by Mira, and then the mod that has fixed the splotchiness, which was by Escaping Pot Plant. But since I've recently discovered some more and amazing skin tone swatches, I decided to go ahead and share it with you guys, so you guys can go ahead and add them to your game and start diversifying your Sims and everything. I cannot wait to make Sims with these swatches. I'm not gonna lie to you, like, I am itching to make Sims now. If the Sims team could do something like this where they add a whole ton of them, I think we'd definitely be in a better boat than what we have been for the past 6 years. So let's cross our fingers and hope for the best. And if anything, I have custom content to lean on. But as far as console players and people who can't use CC, it wouldn't be that easy for them. But I'm hoping that they give us something that we've been wanting for years. So I'm gonna go ahead and go. Again, links are down in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll talk to you guys in a new video very soon. Bye, guys.